Hey guys, I know it's New Year's Day, so you probably have a ton of stuff you want to do or a bunch of things you don't want to do because, it's New Year's Day, so you can sit around today and get away with it. But I wanted to talk to you just for a few minutes. I won't take up too much of your time. I wanted to talk to you about New Year's resolutions because there are things we all make. We all do. We all make a decision. It's the start of the new year. I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to eat better, or I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But most of us don't do them. Most of us never get it done. So you go into the year thinking you're going to start it. Now, there's a few things to keep in mind about that. One, how committed are you to actually achieving that? Do you want to do something to actually improve your life? Or are you just saying stuff? Is it just, lip service? So that's the first thing you got to ask yourself. You got to ask yourself, how committed are you to actually changing your life? Because the truth is, most of us are just saying it just because it's a thing to do. But you got to be committed. That's what you got to say. You got to say to yourself, this is what I'm going to do. And it's not about this is what I should do. Because I'll tell you right now, get the word should out of your vocabulary. You shouldn't do anything because should is just an excuse to not do it later on. So what you want to do is you want to replace should. Don't say should. Say you must. Say you need to. This year, I must get in shape. It's not an I should anymore. I must finish all these art projects I'm committing to. It's not that I should. Every time I say should, I never do it. So the real thing is, do you want to change your life? Do you want something in your life to change? Do you actually want to see a difference and an improvement in who you are as a person, or in your work ethic, or in your family life, or in your relationships? Because just because you say something at the beginning of the year doesn't mean it's going to happen. None of it magically happens. All of it's going to take hard work. How committed are you to putting the work in? Because I know, in my experience, there's been plenty of times I say I'll do stuff and I just don't want to do the work to get there. For years it was getting in shape. Hell, it's still getting in shape. I still have trouble trying to put the work in, and I've been dealing with that for a couple months. But I'm committed to it this time. I'm committed. I'm going to make these changes because I don't want to live like I did anymore. And another thing, people make resolutions on New Year's because they feel like the calendar year, the start of a new calendar year, is the brand new time. But the fact of the matter is, you shouldn't be making resolutions for New Year's. You should be making a resolution because it's a new day. Every day is a new day, and it's an opportunity to change. It's an opportunity to move forward and grow. So is that what you want to do? Do you want to move forward? Do you want to grow, or do you want to stagnate where you're at, doing nothing? I know for me, I've stagnated for most of my life. I know a lot of people will look at my career and be like, well, you're not stagnating, you're doing really well. And the fact of the matter is, I'm not living up to my abilities. I'm lazy. But I've been changing that, and I'm going to continue to change that. I think you guys should put in that effort and change that too. You'll be surprised how much you're capable of if you're willing to put some work in on it. You can push yourself 50 times harder than you think you can. Now, I've heard it put this way before, is, raise your hand as high as you can, okay? And I know it sounds stupid, but raise your hand as high as you can. Now raise it a little bit more. You say to raise it as high as you can, you're like, yep, that's it, that's all I got. And then if I say, give it a little more, you can go a little bit further. And that's how it is with everything in life. You think you've hit a wall, but the fact is, it's not even close to a wall. And shit, even if it is a wall, there's a top to the wall, and you can get over it. Or you can bust right through it. That works too. But anyway, I'm digressing. I'm going off in tangents. My thing is, what is your resolution? And the word resolution is based in resolve. What do you have the resolve to commit yourself to this year? What is it that you are going to change about your life? I don't care what it is. That's on you. Whatever it is that you think is going to improve who you are and what you're doing. But just do it. Commit to it. The changes I've made in my life, first of all, sobriety was a big change. Getting sober was huge, and that was difficult. And a lot of people see that as an obstacle. And I saw it as an obstacle, but it's funny because that wasn't even where I began to make the big changes. That was one obstacle I had to get past, was not drinking. As soon as I got past that one, that's when all the other obstacles started popping up, all the other things. And those ones I could navigate. And I've made so many changes, so many improvements in my life in the last, year and a half. I'm going on 2 years of sobriety soon, like, knock on wood. The last year and a half to 2 years of my life, I've made drastic changes in who I am and what I do and the commitment I put, the effort that I put into everything I do. And I'm not stopping. Like, 2015 was gathering my thoughts because I finally got sober. 2016 was starting to kick it into gear. 2017, I haven't even hit my fucking stride. Where are you guys at right now? Are you putting in that effort? Are you doing the things you love, and are you giving it your all? Because I bet you haven't even hit your stride either. Pick your goals. Pick your resolutions. Map them out. Write them down. Write down the steps necessary to get there. When you write down those steps, you can start tackling them bit by bit. Because that's what it is. A goal is nothing but tons and tons of big steps, little steps. I mean, it doesn't matter how big the goal is. Every goal can be broken down into small steps, and when you break it down into those small steps, you can just do 1, 2 steps, 3 steps. You don't leap from the bottom floor to the top of a staircase. You walk up it 1 step at a time, and that's the same way you do your goals. It's the same way you achieve things. So write down your goals. Write down your goals. Write down what it is that you want to accomplish in 2017. And don't be shy. Don't be scared. Write down a big goal, a big accomplishment. You will be surprised what you can accomplish if you just break it down and you fucking tackle it. Go after that shit and just grind on it. I know you can do it. If I can do this shit, any one of you can do it. Because I used to be a mess. And I can do it now. I can do it. I'm not even scared to make goals. Like, if you guys saw my goal list for myself, for my business, for my family, you'd be like, what the fuck are you taking on so much for? Whoa, dude, too much. But it's because I'm ambitious, and I'm goal-driven, I'm execution-oriented. You can do it too. If I can do any of this shit, you can do any of it too. Commit yourself, put the work in. I will see you soon. Thank you, guys.